Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure. That sounds like it would be uncomfortable. Do you really want Sonic in your pocket? All spinny, spiky, and blue? No, you don't. But, well, maybe in this context. It works pretty well for the game on the NeoGeo Pocket Color. But wait a second. This isn't the Game Gear, is it? No, this is an SNK handheld. Sega's mascot on a non-Sega platform? That may not sound all that odd these days, but back in 1999 when Sega was still a hardware manufacturer, it certainly was. Seeing this game on the NeoGeo Pocket Color is the equivalent of seeing Super Mario Bros. On the PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360 these days. It's an anomaly, a strange one, but now that Sega makes games for like every game console, it's no big deal. So Sonic's on the NeoGeo Pocket Color. What of it? Well, first of all, it's pretty good. And I have to admit, I'm extremely impressed that they pulled this game off technically on a handheld in the 90s. At the very tail end of the 90s, but still it runs smoothly and plays well on the NeoGeo Pocket Color, as you can see from the screen. Now this is one of these games that's practically impossible to play through a viewfinder. Even a big one, which is what I use to record these. So take in mind, first of all, it's hard to play, and second of all, I'm not that good at these games anyway. And real Sonic aficionados will pick out levels and musical bits here and there from other Sonic games. And that's kind of my opinion of Sonic Pocket Adventure, is it's not really a standout game in its own right, but it's still a solid Sonic adventure. If you invested in a SNK Neo-Geo Pocket in '99 or 2000 and wanted to play a Sonic adventure, I think you'd be satisfied with this. It's a solid Sonic the Hedgehog outing. It's totally playable, even on the small screen without backlight. Sonic is running and moving smoothly without ghosting. Everything is clear and easy to see. The sound is actually pretty good. It's a good, old-school, traditional Sonic the Hedgehog adventure with large levels that you can explore, or you can just plow right through the game as quickly as possible. There's nothing terribly fancy in Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure. It's a little out of place considering all of the other Sonic games that were coming out in the late 90s, like Knuckles Chaotix, Sonic 3D. And it's like they wanted to keep it fairly simple and straightforward for the NeoGeo Pocket Color, which they did. I mean, I wouldn't want to play a 3D adventure on this thing, but it does a nice job with 2D games like Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure. For those who already collect games for the NeoGeo Pocket Color, you've probably already got this one, or at least have made a decision about it. Is it worth running out and buying the handheld game console just to play Pocket Adventure? Probably not. I mean, it's not different enough like Knuckles Chaotix to warrant investing in a whole new game system. But it's not exactly going to destroy your credit rating if you buy one of these either. Unless you're a diehard NeoGeo Pocket enthusiast or a diehard Sonic the Hedgehog collector, I would recommend playing this one if you get a chance, but not really bending over backwards to do so. It does absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, it makes the NeoGeo Pocket Color look great. I've got to give the developers a round of applause for this one, because Sonic adventures on a handheld game console, certainly in the 90s, had to be difficult to produce. They're fast games, and the screens back then were not as good as the screens that we have today. It's a good-looking, playable game, and if you have a NeoGeo Pocket, and you're like, what other games should I buy? Well, here's one to look for. But when I think of collecting for the NeoGeo Pocket, a handheld that I've come to really appreciate, I think of quirky, odd games, like Gal's Fighters, that you're just not going to find on other game consoles. Before I drown Sonic the Hedgehog, I have to give a shout out and thank you to Brett from Pleasant View, Tennessee, for donating Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventures. My pockets have never been so busy. Adventuring. This is a fine example of what the NeoGeo Pocket Color is capable of, and it's fun to see a big-name video game hero like Sonic the Hedgehog on the NeoGeo Pocket. And hey, I think we can all agree this is a lot better than some other Sonic games on other non-Sega game consoles. You know what I'm talking about.